6.5 down, 5.5 down, 9 forward. Good.
Moving episode 3 starts with Bongseok and Huisu stopping by the convenience store and getting some late-night snacks. Huisu also buys some Band-Aids for Bongseok. They talk about their parents' restaurants as they enjoy their snacks. Huisu is worried about her dad's chicken restaurant since this is his first time running a business. Bongseok encourages her, saying his mom also did it alone and it will all be fine. He has an adorable, positive outlook on life. I hope he doesn't lose it. Huisu asks about his dad, and Bongseok says he doesn't remember meeting him. As they talk, Bongseok spots a bloody Kisu walking home. He wonders what happens and stands up to go ask him, but Huisu finds this weird. By the time Bongseok explains why he wants to check on Kisu, the young man is gone. They both found it strange that Gang-hoon said Kisu went home while he clearly didn't. Bongseok explains to Huisu that Kisu didn't used to be such a troubled kid. He wanted to join PE, but suffered a leg injury. After that, he changed and started getting into lots of fights. The conversation turns to why Bongseok has no friends, and he admits to being a loner. Huisu confesses that she is an introvert too, which Bongseok finds hard to believe. He questions how a nice, kind, beautiful girl like her has no friends. Meanwhile, Mi-hyun finds herself dealing with some raucous clients at her restaurant. Thankfully, the butcher's son arrives just in time to de-escalate the matter. On the other hand, Ju-won officially opens his chicken restaurant. He prepares a lot, but is disappointed when he doesn't sell as much. After their late-night snacks, Bongseok tries to cheer Huisu. He advises her to be open with her dad and stop worrying about him too much. Once they get back to school, Huisu asks Gang-hoon about Kisu. Gang-hoon lies and questions why the two of them skipped class. But Huisu reminds him after-school classes are voluntary. Gang-hoon claims the two of them have gotten too close, and Huisu agrees that Bongseok is her friend. While the other students leave for their homes, Huisu and Bongseok remain behind to clean the toilets as punishment for being late. Huisu notices that Bongseok's wound is still bleeding and give him first aid. This is a surprise to Bongseok, and he tries to hold himself together. He manages to keep his feet on the ground until she leaves. After that, the excitement from the encounter is too much, and he starts to elevate as he cleans the toilets. Later, Huisu returns home and shows her dad the new uniform she bought. She reconsiders Bongseok's advice and decides to talk to her dad. She asks for his support and tells him that she is switching from humanities to PE. Her dad asks her to explain, and she tells him that he won't have to worry about the finances. Humanities are expensive, but PE is more affordable for them. Her dad is left speechless, and a new customer arrives, so the conversation ends there. The next morning, Bongseok is surprised to see a new bus driver. What happened to Gyedo? As usual, Huisu runs to school, and Bongseok happily watches her from the bus. Unfortunately, Bongseok is late again and will have to be punished. Once they get to class, Choi Il-hwan asks about Kisu. Huisu warns Bongseok about speaking up about what he saw. Gong-hoon overhears them and asks what they are talking about. Huisu asks him what he knows because it is clear he lied. Gang-hoon acts like he knows nothing. He continues to keep his eyes on Huisu and Bongseok. Bongseok is sticking around to motivate Huisu as she trains. He ends up getting home late, and Mi-hyun is not pleased. She, however, softens when she hears he has a new friend. Elsewhere, Frank visits Jongwon High School to follow up on the lead he found after killing Young Shuk. The security guard, Ji-sung, finds the late-night visit odd and sends Frank off. Ji-sung then makes a call to report the strange visit to someone. The next day, Ju-won researches the cost of PE classes. Huisu starts her official training with Choi Il-hwan, but is not impressed with her stamina. She keeps training and nearly misses lunch. Thankfully, Bongseok is willing to share his side dishes with her. In the meantime, Ji-sung puts up security cameras around the school, Later, Choi Il-hwan asks Gang-hoon to turn the fans in the auditorium. Gang-hoon does as instructed, but stays behind to secretly watch Hui-soo train. Bong-seok soon joins her and is taken aback when he sees her stumble and fall. To reach her quickly, he drops his heavy bag and flies to her. Gang-hoon secretly watches them and realizes Bong-seok has gifts too. Hu-yo-soo finds it strange how quickly Bong-seok got to her, but he claims she must have seen her own things. Hui-soo recruits Bong-seok to help her train, but he gets distracted by her proximity and tries to stay grounded. In the end, he loses the battle and flies across the room. Once again, he acts like nothing happened and claims he is fine. The custodian disrupts them, and Bong-seok quickly leaves. Gang-hoon stays back and smashes his hands on the wall. He has great body strength. Is that his superpower? The next morning, Hui-soo is touched to see her dad bought her new shoes. She decides to carry them to school. She trains as usual, but she can't stop thinking about Bong-seok flying. She finds it strange to believe she imagined what happened. After training, she finds Bong-seok and invites him to grab some snacks. Bong-seok texts his mom to let her know he will be late, as he is hanging out with a friend. He tells Hui-soo his mom won't scold him if she learns he is eating with a friend. As they talk, Hui-soo remembers she left her new shoes at school. Bong-seok offers to run and get them for her. Hui-soo secretly follows him, probably to see if he will fly again. There is no one at school, and Hui-soo gets scared. She, however, wants to discover his secret. Out of fear, she calls out to him, and he responds. They end up sitting on the stairs, and she asks about what she saw and the chant he keeps muttering. Bong-seok laughs it off, saying it is the PI formula, and she drops the matter. As they sit, Bong-seok takes off his bag to get the noodles he bought for her. She realizes the bandage on his elbow is getting loose and tries to fix it. With nothing to hold him down, Bong-seok gets excited at her touch and starts to elevate. She watches him in awe as he tries to grab onto something. Unfortunately, there is nothing to grab, and he elevates towards the ceiling. The episode review. The cat is out of the bag, and Bong-seok can't hide the truth from Hui-soo any longer. Will she tell him her secret in return? It turns out the school guard is not a bad person, but who did he call? Maybe he called Raya Hyuk, who is never at school even though he is the principal. Why is this? What else is keeping him busy? We would also like to know where Gaido ran off to. Maybe he is in hiding or looking into the killer. Either way, we hope he is okay.